It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso. Thank you so much for keeping it locked right here. Now, the Unmute ArtsAbility Festival puts the spotlight on creating awareness and educating people on the challenges people with disabilities face on a daily basis. And this festival now, in its 6th year, is all about celebrating those with disabilities and having them show off their talents. And this year, the festival will be paying tribute to International Month of Persons Living with Disabilities in a free virtual experience. They've had to go virtual, just like most of our festivals this year. And here to tell us more about the 2020 Unmute ArtsAbility Festival, Unmute Artistic Director and Festival Manager Nadine McKenzie. Nadine, thanks so much for joining us. What a year we have had. What a crazy year. I know you've obviously had to reimagine what has become a really successful now in its 6th year, so congratulations on building that kind of momentum. I know the amount of work that goes into something like this. What can people expect from 2020? How are you reimagining the festival this year?
It's quite an exciting program for this year, and it's something that we've also not imagined would happen in this way. The plans was to have live performances like previous years, and we had to quickly adapt and find new ways of presenting these performances and continuing with the festival. And this is how the new theme for this year also came about, Shift Online, which was taking performances back to the spaces where people reside, in their living rooms, in their backyards, and turning these spaces into performance spaces. And so we have a program for the entire month with different performances, dance workshops, lectures, all on inclusive arts.
Absolutely love that. You talk about the theme being Shift Online, but I know there is a deeper resonance because you have this opportunity where you're getting all of this. You hear on national TV, you're able to create this bubble of awareness. What do you want to achieve with the awareness that you set out to create and are creating so successfully?
I think for us it's quite important to give a broader understanding to inclusive arts, specifically in South Africa, because it's not that big as we would love to see it. There's still a lot of growth and development to go, and awareness especially in inclusive dance or inclusive arts in South Africa. So with the festival being online this year, it's a perfect opportunity to really get to reach out to more audiences out there and for people to get to see artists with and without disabilities performing together and creating artistic works together.
We've seen it kind of gradually feed into mainstream television, which is fantastic that there is this idea of inclusion, but we're not quite there yet. And I sit on the other side of the fence. I stopped saying disabled and started saying differently abled because every so-called disabled athlete, and I've worked in the sports field that I was interviewing, was capable of doing things that I would never dream of, I couldn't physically do. And the idea that this is now permeating into the arts is something really, really relevant, but you need the artists to back it up. Which artists are going to be performing? Who is going to be headlining with this multitude of shows that you're going to be putting on?
It's quite an exciting program. We have artists that are working in South Africa doing inclusive works and artists that have started working inclusively. And for the first time this year, we've collaborated with 5 other African countries, which we've never done before. To also be part of the festival and create performances and facilitate workshops. And then we have exciting other performances and companies who've been in the inclusive field for many, many years, for more than 30 years. Companies like Access Dance Company from the USA, another company from Switzerland, Bewegrund. So a lot of exciting performances to be seen on the festival.
And when you get to see the nations that have a program that's been running for a number of years now and see how far they can take it, I know that the performances are mesmerizing in itself. I think a lot of people need to experience this firsthand. How can we get tickets? How do we connect with the online performances?
So the performances are completely free.
Wow.
For anybody who's interested in watching the performances, they can subscribe on YouTube on Unmute ArtsAbility Festival and subscribe, and all the performance details will be uploaded there on a daily basis. And to also follow us on Instagram at Unmute Dance, and on Facebook it's Unmute Dance Company and Unmute ArtsAbility Festival, and all the festival information will be available there.
Stay connected for the entire month. I love that. Personally, I know that this has been a very difficult year for people living with disabilities. The challenges have only mounted, just like everybody in every sphere of life. COVID has thrown a complete curveball, but I know this has been a particularly challenging year for many people living with disabilities. What is your message, and I'm hoping message of hope, to those here in South Africa currently living with disabilities?
I think to just go for whatever it is that you want in life, to dream big, I think, and to work hard and find ways to make those dreams come a reality. I think, as you said, it's quite challenging for many of us, and I think the only way to keep going is to stay positive.
I think that's a message to absolutely everybody that we can all take on board. And I think now that we're starting to see the silver lining in this year and what it's forced us to do and the growth that we've been able to achieve, and who knows, maybe you're even able to connect with more people than you ordinarily would because we've gone online, because we're able to increase that network. So I wish you all the best of luck. I know you've still got a lot to come
Thank you so
ahead
much.
of you, but enjoy it. Take the moment. I know it's on your side, being so busy, you don't get the moment to actually just take a breath and enjoy it, soak it up. I hope you get to enjoy some of this amazing, inclusive entertainment apart from anything else. But thank you for the work that you're doing.
Thank you so much.
We'd like to thank the Unmute Artistic Director and Festival Manager, Nadine McKenzie, for joining us on the show this morning. And we want you guys to open your eyes, show your support to people living with disabilities in this country by tuning in to the virtual Unmute ArtsAbility Festival from today, that's the 3rd of November, up until the 3rd of December. You've got a range of performances to soak up over an entire month, and you can start by visiting artsability.co.za .com rather, artsability.com for all of the information, and it's free, so you've got no excuses.